Let's start the stream up finally. Yo, what's good, everybody? Thursday night Knicks off-season edition, off-season live stream episode 1. I heard there's some playoffs going on, Jay Ellis, but it's all about the Knicks. So I heard there's some playoffs going on in your borough, but I'm not worried about those guys. I'm not worried about the chatter going on in Brooklyn. I'm worried about what's going on at MSG, man. How you feeling?
Show up?
Supposedly they had a good turnout over there, man. But you know,
they had a ticket giveaway.
That's it, man. They must have given away some free McDonald's or free tickets or something. But they got their hands full with Philly anyway, so not worried about them. How you feeling, bro? How's everything going, man?
I'm good, man. Rushed over here from work.
Yeah.
Just to talk Knicks with y'all, man. But I'm doing good, man. Doing very well.
Factuals.
How you doing, CP, man?
Yeah, I'm doing all right, man. You know, we got to come on and check in every couple of days, catch up on Knicks news. This is the biggest offseason of our Knicks lives, of our Knicks fandom. Very important offseason. So, I think it's only right if we get on, catch up with the fans, have the fans call in with their opinions, their questions on any offseason. This is the number one show for the fans, by the fans, on YouTube, on social media. Doesn't get any better than this. If you're a diehard Knicks fan, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. KnicksFanTV, Nick of Time Show. You see Rome Data Takeover says, I enjoy every show. Appreciate it, Rome. This is what it's all about, man. It's for you guys, so definitely support us. Hit that thumbs up button. Hit that like button. Hit that share button. And make sure you subscribe to the channel. Gonna be a big year for us. So, JLs, let's jump right into it. Catch up on some news for the day. For the week, actually. It looks like the Knicks wanted to start the offseason off on their PR tour. We heard Mills and Perry on the Michael K. show.
Yep.
They went up there and talked to Michael K., Peter Rosenberg, Donald Greca about the offseason and just answering some questions over the season. I thought it was a ho-hum interview. I don't really ho-hum in that, here's what they said. And you let me know your take. And shout out to JB Knicks Film School for breaking it down. Says they're sticking to the plan. Mm-hmm. They're not going to sign the wrong players. This is what Mills says. They're not going to sign the wrong players just because we have room and the fans have great expectations. They should have expectations that we make the right decisions. It gives us the opportunities to eventually explore trades and take guys into account.
Yeah.
So my take on that, JLs, I mean, it's just reiterating the same. They're trying to instill confidence in the fan base that they're not going to bring you Vucevic and Jimmy Butler on a plate and say, here's our future.
Why? What's wrong with Jimmy Butler and Vucevic?
Nah, I'm good on that, bro. I'm good on that, bro. Sorry.
That's the perfect maxes for us, TCB. What do you mean?
That's not moving the needle for me, Jay Ellis, man. That's not going to get it done. That's not going to get it done. So, listen, we have no choice but to take them at their word. I think they understand about the naysayers. I see a lot of Knicks fans, especially on my IG, what makes you think it's going to be any different? And I think that's the reason why they're coming out with these press conferences, man, just to reiterate that they're not going to blow the money on just, mid-tier guys.
Yeah, Steve Mills in particular, he's been here through the years and years and years of disappointment. He's been here through all the mistakes. So he, more than anybody else on the Knicks squad, knows what New York has been through and what the Knicks have been through. So he definitely came over there and kind of cleared that up. I've been here. I've been in the culture. So I know what the expectations are. I just want to clear them up. We're not going to do anything stupid.
Yeah.
And I wonder if they on Twitter? I wonder if they're on Twitter.
Mills is on Twitter. I definitely added him when the whole when they were trying to figure out who to represent at the draft. I definitely threw our names in the hat. He didn't hit me back. On that, but maybe next year for us.
I think so.
This year they went with somebody a bit more important. You know, a little bit, just a little bit. Yeah. And even just to divert to that, they mentioned that it was Dolan's idea to bring Ewing in.
Yeah, man, they doing PR for Dolan.
PR for Dolan continues after he tossed the fan from MSG. They said,
Exactly.
by the way, it was Jim Dolan's bright idea to bring the captain back for the lottery. You know, Mills said he was trying to bring Perry there, but it was Dolan who intervened.
That's crazy. That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
That's like, oh, he's trying to reconnect with the legends. He's trying to clean up that image.
Factuals. You know, but, you know, like you said, I mean, this could be even Mills just saying, like, through lesser words, like, listen, I'm learning from my mistakes. The Timmy contract was a bad one. The Noah contract was a bad one. And I'm not going to do this anymore. He says we, but he's probably saying me.
That's what Perry told him in the meeting. All right?
Yeah. Facts.
That's what Perry told him in the meeting.
Exactly.
He was alone for 2 minutes with the pen, and he made those big mistakes.
Ron Baker. Here you go, Ron. I believe in your potential, Ron. Here's a good deal.
No, we don't.
No, we don't. No, we don't, Steve. That's not a good idea, man. Ron Baker was not a good idea, man. So, you know, it's probably just him just, you know, regretting some of the moves that he made and promising the fan base that he's not going to blow it this time.
Yeah, man, and that's what we need to do right now, man.
That's what we need to do.
We need to reassure the fan base. But also what I got from that interview is that they seem to be confident that there are people out there who want to be with the Knicks, that perception has changed.
Yes.
And that we're no longer seen as a bad apple. And
right.
I think the one big example he gave was DeAndre. Who's
yeah.
I forgot his name already.
Right, so I'm kind of going through. JB kind of broke it down, so I'm kind of going through each one. He said, to your point, he said they noted in exit interviews every single player expressed a desire to return, even for less money. They wanted to throw that out there, even for less money. So I'm thinking it's one or two people.
Mario or DJ.
There you go. I'm thinking it's either Mario Hezonja, because from Mario's mouth, it seemed like he'll play for free. He's great. Yeah. He's crazy like that.
He's ready. He's ready.
Yeah, man. He's ready. He's crazy like that. Or it could be DeAndre Jordan. What do you think?
I'm hoping it's DeAndre Jordan.
Yeah. I agree, man.
To me, I mean, logically, you would expect people who are 23, 24, 25, 26, 27 to go after the bag. Usually people who are, 25, 26 don't really take big pay cuts to stay with the team. But in Mario's case, it just seems like he's just that dedicated to coming back. Like, I can see him doing it too.
Yeah, very dedicated.
Jordan.
I'm hoping it's Jordan too. Let's turn my light down a little bit. I'm hoping it's Jordan too. Obviously, based on having a veteran presence, I feel like we need a good amount of big man depth. We don't know if Vonleh's going to be back. We need to help Mitch. It's not Cornette. Cornette to me is just a shooter. He's not the big man that I want backing up Mitch. Let's face it. DeAndre Jordan caught a heavy bag in his last deal. You know, that boy got blessed.
He's
good. I don't want to count nobody's pockets here, JLs, but I mean, come on, man. You gotta come back to earth, DeAndre. Come on, man. He's making $20 million this season, JLs. A room exception, a little pay cut couldn't hurt him. He's not gonna get anywhere near that money to go anywhere else anyway. So,
nah.
You know what
Nothing
I'm saying?
near that, but yeah, he would have to take a tremendous pay cut too to be here.
Absolutely.
Our cap situation, if we end up getting the 2 max free agents like we plan on getting.
Absolutely. And, listen, I gave him credit during our postseason wrap-up show roundtable with the Knicks Film School. Shout out JB and Macri from Knicks Film School. If you guys haven't seen it, I put a link up on your show notes at the top right-hand corner. Click on that little eye icon, and it'll take you to the roundtable that me and JLs did with the Knicks Film School over the weekend. But, we gave him credit by saying, listen, he could have easily asked for a buyout. Like Wes Matthews, he could have went the Wes Matthews route. He could have been playing in some meaningful games. He chose to stick with the tank. He chose to stick with Mitch and work with some of the young guys. So, maybe it's a sign that he wants to stay. Who knows?
Yo, and even to the Wes Matthews point, they even brought up something about Wes Matthews. They said Wes Matthews came here with like a little bit of a guard up because he didn't know what to expect. And they said he was pleasantly surprised when he got here, so much so that he was worried about leaving the Knicks, even though he actually ended up leaving. But he actually was worried about leaving the Knicks because he liked the environment here so much.
That's right.
That's saying something about the culture here that he feels like, man, what we're building here is kind of cool.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I read that. Wes was kind of regretful for leaving. I was like, I'm all right, Wes. We all right, man. We're okay over here, Wes. But thanks.
We need shooters.
Yeah, we needed shooters.
Even though he was not shooting when he got here.
Nah, he wasn't shooting at all, man.
But he was shooting. He was shooting when he was on the other team. That's for damn sure.
Yeah. He was shooting as the opponent, and he definitely shot the ball away in game 2 last night. He definitely had a costly turnover, cost the Pacers a shot at tying the game against who did the Pacers play last night? I'm tripping. Pacers played in the playoffs.
Oh, we both tripping.
Celtics. Yeah, threw the game away. Threw the ball away in Boston. And that was it for Wes Matthews. On the Porzingis trade, Mills and Perry reiterated, listen, he didn't want to be here. They did what they had to do. They spent a lot of time preparing for the various scenarios. They had a template for what they wanted, and they felt like they got it. So, listen, time will tell who ends up winning that trade. Time will tell, but I'm with him, man. The kid didn't want to be here for whatever reason, whether it was passed or not passed. So, yeah, get moving.
Yeah, man. Only 6 we recognize is Travis Ware.
Yeah. The only 6 we will recognize. Well, DeAndre's 6.
Oh, yeah, DeAndre too.
DeAndre's double 6.
DeAndre.
Yeah,
DeAndre too. DeAndre and then Travis Ware, and then that's where it stops.
Yeah, absolutely. So hey, listen, like CP said, it was a proactive move. They had to do what they had to do. What else? They said they think the perception around the league is that people want to come here, or they're viewed in a much more positive light. One of the things Mills noted was that some draft prospects didn't even want to work out for the team a couple years ago. Now it seems like they're more open to it. He did throw in the caveat that they didn't want to work out for him until he took charge.
What?
So, a.k.a. Phil Jackson was a bum, is what Mills is saying there.
Whew. That's crazy, man. That's when you're so bad that college players don't want to even work out for you, and it's the Mecca of New York City. That
reputation.
Is horrible.
Mm-hmm.
That is horrible. I'm so glad that the perception is changing. We can actually have people excited to talk to us again, because it just seems like Fizz brings that excitement right now. I can imagine how free agency is going to be. And I remember last season, it seems like a lot of the kids were excited to talk to Fizz.
Yeah, absolutely.
He was winning people over.
Absolutely, man. So listen, the whole thing about all these, these PR moves that they did even from the beginning of the season, how they reached out to the season ticket holders. They had all those private events. You had Chalk Talk with Allen Houston. You had the town hall. You had all this, that, and the third. The open practice, which they've had in the past, but it's just more of an emphasis that they want to reinstill trust in the fan base. They want to let the fan base know that they're working diligently and working hard at really building this team back up from the ground. It's been a 20-year unsuccessful rebuild. And, they're trying their hardest to change perception. So that's why when people ask me, why do you take them for their word this time? I think because for the last 20 years, we've seen how terrible it's been. And if they don't take note of that, then we got the wrong people from top to bottom in charge, Yeah,
they really seem to just kind of take heed to the history of this franchise and what they did wrong. And they really seem like they're really working hard to correct it. And they also seem like they just do their homework. Yeah. And the evidence, there's a lot of evidence from last season's draft that they do their homework, and I'm pretty sure they're going to do their homework this season as well. as they kind of already alluded to in the interview as well, it was like we had scouts all year scouting the hell out of everybody, and they said like they had their eyes on people since last year about who to draft this season. So I think we'll be well prepared.
Yeah, well, sure hope so. Last thing that they touched on was on Frank. I thought the Frank comment from Perry was a little bit interesting. He says that I think the one thing that he wants to work on, that we want him to work on, is to continue to grow as a perimeter shooter, being able to make open three-point shots. That's where his game is headed, and I think he will attack the summer with a lot of vigor. But he also said, he thought that once his team upgrades its talent, is when you'll truly see the difference that Frank can make on the team, which is what I think, a lot of the Frank stands or the team Frankers would say to you, is that you'll see his value more once his team upgrades in talent. And, Perry also said, listen, the kid's only 19. People want to kind of, he's only 20. People kind of want to write his story and establish him already, and it takes a little bit more time. Did you see that as a vote of confidence, or do you think they kind of spun it well?
They might believe it, but at the same time, they still have to make moves this offseason.
Yeah.
And they're not going to announce they're going to make moves this offseason.
Right.
But what they're saying isn't false.
Right.
So I think everybody believes that here. I mean, well, not everybody, but I believe that here, and you might believe that as well. But at the same time, they also mentioned that they was thinking about making trades this offseason too. So
yeah,
both can be true.
Both can be true. And we spoke to JB in his mini cap breakdown during our round table. And, listen, there's $4 million at stake here when it comes to Frank, whether he's here or not. And if you're talking about a dream scenario of bringing in two max players, you might need that money to try to get a player that may be a bit more ready to contribute right now. Because the clock's change if you bring in those pieces in.
That $4 million might be DeAndre, yo.
Yeah, could be. If you're trying to keep ISO. Could come down to who you keep in between ISO, Frank, maybe even Dotson.
Yeah.
We'll see. T. Williams in the chat said they're just trying to raise his trade value. Possible, but talk isn't going to get you there, man. He's got to play, man. He's got to play. Let's go to the phone, JL. Julian's back. Wants to talk about free agency. Julian, how you been, bro?
I've been good, CP. How you doing?
Good, man. What's going on, bro?
I don't know. I'm just nervous about this summer, man. I'm trying to believe, Scott Perry at his word, and I'm going to try to do that for the rest of the time until July 1st, but it's just so nerve-wracking that, the next 5 to 10 years of our franchise could be impacted so much by a couple of dates. I
mean, we could really, it's two paths. It's the red pill or the blue pill. It's more of the same, a slower grind, or it's back to excitement, back to MSG, back to the Mecca.
Yeah.
I mean, it's exciting. It's exciting still, man.
I just like that we have flexibility. That's what I'm really into with this regime. They've given us the luxury of having a chance at these guys that we usually never have a chance at. And on top of that, we have the chance at getting, a generational talent in Zion. So, you can't go wrong unless you sign a guy like Boogie Cousins. So, I'm just proud of the way we've gotten here. And, nobody's jumped ship in terms of the fan base. Because
except for that one loser that went to L.A. He can't come back, though.
Oh, yeah. Max can go, I'm not allowed to say that on the air. But seriously, this whole notion that the Knicks, we're this disgusting destination to be at. It's complete and utter bogus. And I like that Perry and Mills are coming out on the even though if it is the Michael K show.
Yeah.
And saying, we've put in the hours. We're now a respectable organization, and that's where you got to be. See, at least we're not incompetent. At least we're not doing a bad job. So
Yeah.
now it's really just up to Rich Kleiman and KD if they want to come over here, or Adam Silver if they want to, throw us a bone and give us the first pick.
that's it, man.
Really all it is.
That's really all it is, man.
So that's basically what I got for y'all, man.
Yeah. All right, Julian. Appreciate the call, man. Good to hear from you, bro.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all about the flexibility, J. Ellis, man.
Yeah, man. And they seem to. They made a case too. They were like, "Listen, we're not going to blow our money on these top tier agents. I mean, on these mid agents. If we don't get what we want, we're going to be responsible."
Yeah.
So they seem like they're parroting everything that the fan base is saying. So hopefully they stick to their word and we don't end up spending max money on anybody.
On anybody, man.
Anybody
Cousins,
not
man.
worthy.
You see, Cousins went down. I knew Cousins was never going to make that big of a difference in Golden State. They already loaded. It's one ball. You can only have one ball. Just because Cousins was there was never going to upgrade him to any more superpower than they already were. You know what I'm saying? To me, I always thought having Looney in there, Clooney, whatever his name is, was a better move because he doesn't need the ball to be effective. He's a low usage play. He's a defensive stopper for that team. So, Cousins going down, and obviously I don't want to see nobody get injured, but definitely don't want him here anyway.
Yeah, that one injury is looking rough.
Yeah, it's looking rough. Look, I don't know if it's the same leg that he had the Achilles tear. I don't know if maybe he's overcompensating or just a fluke injury. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, me neither, man. For those of y'all who want to Boogie Cousins, I don't think there's a lot of y'all anyway. I don't see that too much.
No way.
But
no way, man.
Definitely should wipe your minds of that right now.
Factuals. Shout out everybody in the chat. Hit that thumbs up button for you boys. How's everybody doing out there? John Talento, what's going on? Knicks 1904 was here early. Definitely waited through all the time delays. My fault on that. Crooklyn X, what's going on? CP the artist. Tariq G, Mike Morgan. We got Gladiator from PR, Puerto Rico, stand up. If you guys are in the chat, rep your city, man. Throw your city in the chat. Let's see where you guys are checking in from. JL, who you got in your chats, man?
Yo, man, I got Yuska. He was in there early. First one. What up, man?
Yuska, what's good?
Yeah, Wilson. What's going on, Wilson Arsena?
All right.
Craig Williams, man. Staple over here. Be holding down the chat for me. Keith Sinclair, what's going on? Keith Sinclair, I see you, boy, out here.
Yeah, man.
Ricardo Custer, I see you out here, too, man. Shout out to my guy, Enzo. Staffa Don, what up, man?
Staffa Don, what's good, brethren? It's my boy Staffa from Florida, repping Jamaica all day.
All right.
Yeah, man. Let's see who we got in the chat where everybody's checking in from. Oh, we got somebody from Honduras in here. Okay, we international out here, JL. So we got my boy Jay Twice, Inglewood. What's good? Shout out to Inglewood, California. That's my second home. Gary Singh he's checking in from North Korea. Gary, you wouldn't be watching YouTube if you was in North Korea right now. So we know that ain't true. Camario Jarvis, Antigua, and Barbuda. Shout out Camario. That's dope. Bruce Thomas from Albany. Who else we got in here? Brooklyn, Bronx. Shout out Tariq G. Simmons Singh checking in from Arlington.
Okay.
Brooklyn in here heavy, JL. So you know that, man. That's your hood. Yeah, man. LA in here. My wifey's in here. Shout out LA. Jesse Cook from Australia. Shout out Jesse. What's going on? We got a lot of people from Australia in here, man. House Flan from Santa Clarita. We got Santa Clarita in the building. Cali in here heavy. So yeah, shout out to everybody watching and shout out to everybody supporting for sure, man. Let's go to Cali, man. Let's go to JJ in Inglewood. He wants to talk about Knicks management. JJ, what's going on, bro?
What's going on, CP? Hey, man, is this tampering, man? I see KD highlights on the TV, man. Is
no tampering ever, man.
Wait till the summer,
man. you got to put those smooth transitions in when the callers want to talk about Offseason, man. I got them all loaded up on the deck. I got rights to all these videos, and in case anybody's wondering, I got the rights to these highlights. So don't think this is the pirate show here.
I hear that, man. But I was just saying, man, I'm a Laker fan, man. 16-time champion Laker fan, man.
You guys are going through it right now, man.
Before, man.
Praise up to the Lake Show.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, man, we are, man. But I'm just saying, man, if the summer doesn't pan out, I hope it does.
Mm-hmm.
But if it does not pan out the way I want it to, is this indicative of the management, or is it, what is it? Is it the pressure? What is it?
You want to take that, Jails?
But the Knicks don't pan. I mean, it's like it depends on what happens. Like half of the season is dumb luck. You know what I mean? Half of the season is dumb luck, and the other half is what the free agents think of us. Yeah. It's like, really, there is, to me, it's more fun to get Zion and KD and Kyrie, right? That's the ultimate success to me, and for everybody else. But if that doesn't happen, as long as we don't spend trillions of dollars on like a fourth tier free agent,
yeah,
I mean, at least we don't max a Moody or something like that, then we're good. You know what I'm saying? Then we're good. It'll be a painful year. It'll be a slow rebuild of just keep adding marginal talent for not long-term contracts. But that would be the ideal if our season doesn't end up with a KD or a Kyrie or something like that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it would be an indictment on the management. Listen, free agency is a crapshoot. Guys choose their destination based on, a variety of factors. LeBron's factor for going to the Lakers was to extend his brand into his retirement, set his family up, have some stability. Obviously, he has his entertainment company out there with Mav Carter, Rich Paul, and all of that, the representation company, the production company and stuff. So obviously the Lakers appeal to him. We don't know what KD's motivation is to come here, if it is any to come here. Some say that it's to start out on his own, to have his own team, to extend his business, his investments and stuff out here. I don't really think that's that big of a deal, but some people think so. You know what I'm saying, JL? So, again, if we don't get him, it is what it is. If it is what it is. If I'm a player and I'm looking at making $50+ million more by staying with my team, I'm probably going to stay with that team, JLs. You know what I'm saying? I'm probably going to stay with that team.
But after you have after you have $200 million, what's 50?
What's 50? I mean, you're right, but listen, KD also said he never got his full max bag like everybody else did. So could that be a factor? I don't know. Regardless, he's gonna give Golden State an opportunity to keep him. And when he does that, they're gonna throw all of them in the room. Clay gonna be there, Steph is gonna be there. Who knows where Draymond gonna be at? He might be salty. You know what I'm saying? They might have already kicked him out by the time they get to that meeting.
Or he might do it over text.
You just don't know. You just don't know.
All right, I hear that, man. I appreciate y'all taking my call, man. Love the show as always, man. Rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle, man.
Rest in peace, Nip Hussle, man. You already know, bro. Appreciate the call, man.
All right. Yeah.
Let's go to Jimmy from the Bronx. He wants to talk all season. Jimmy, what's going on, man?
Hey, yo, what up, man?
How you feeling, bro?
What up, man?
Hello?
Yep.
Yo, what's up, yo?
Chill, man. How you feeling, bro?
Everything good. No, I hear everybody saying that Kevin Durant going to the Knicks. I don't think he's coming to the Knicks. Well, I think we will land probably a Kawhi Leonard or Jimmy Butler. I don't think Kevin Durant. It's to me, Kevin Durant's the type of person he can't take criticism from the media. From the media, he was suicide. You know how hard you use media on our players? He was literally suicide. Think about it. Like, he cries all the time on the media. You think he's gonna come to New York let's say we don't make the playoffs for him like LeBron when he went to LA.
Yeah.
He's gonna go, and the media's gonna get on him, and it's gonna be bad. He's gonna want to leave. He's gonna want to buy a cut. I don't know, man. I feel like we should get Kevin Durant. I feel like we should go after Kawhi Leonard, Kimball Walker. We can't get Kimball Walker. We could get Scary Terry, and then add a Kawhi Leonard or Chris Middleton. You know, just a few pieces. We can't go crazy just spending all this money on one player. We don't even know if he really want to be here. He probably want to come for the money and to get his brand and to sell his brand. I don't know. That's how I feel. I feel like we should go for Kawhi Leonard or just little pieces going to help us build for the future, you know?
Okay. I appreciate the call, man. Go ahead, Jails.
Now, it's funny because I feel like out of KD and Kyrie, Kyrie worries me more.
Yeah, Kyrie definitely worries me more in terms of me. I think KD can handle the media fine. I don't think it's that big of an issue, to be honest with you.
To me, I feel like KD might beef with the fans.
before the media, right?
Yes, I feel like I feel like KD.
KD get ready to body slam a fan eventually, man. Yeah. He's coming close.
I can see KD being a DM in these screenshots.
He's coming close. Remember he told that one fan on the baseline in Dallas, he said, "Shut the F up and watch the game." He's coming close. He's coming close.
He's gonna need some bodyguards or something. He's gonna need some buckets.
Yeah.
But I don't even think it's gonna be the media or KD. I think KD is gonna be the fans if he has a bad and I think the fans will be light on him at least year one. Maybe towards the no.
Nah, man. Listen, man. As soon if they ever sign here, if we ever get those two max, forget about it, Jails. We're gonna be so obnoxious and ignorant. It's gonna be crazy, man. It's gonna be crazy, man.
If we sign,
it's gonna be crazy, man.
I'm walking to the Barclays Center with a bullhorn.
I'm telling you.
Screaming.
Squad up on the Nets. All that garbage talk. What's the score of that game, by the way?
I don't know.
Yeah, who cares? Whatever. Who cares about those guys? Let's go to Brick City, Newark. Mustafa wants to talk about Kevin Knox growth and development. Mustafa, how you feeling, bro?
Hey, what's going on, guys? First, I want to tell y'all, I really appreciate y'all. I've been watching y'all the last half of the season, or really the whole season, and being in Atlanta, I don't really get a chance to chop it up with too many Knicks fans, so I'm so glad I found both of y'all's show.
Oh, good, man. Appreciate the support.
Want to say, straight up, people sleeping on Kevin Knox. I want to say this. I've been looking at Kevin Knox's numbers, and the boy looks terrible in a lot of aspects. Mm-hmm. Defense is bad. He's sporadic and all that stuff like that. But I compare his numbers and his growth to Jason Tatum in his first year. And I can see him being that type of player in that second year. And I think a lot of players, people sleep on, it means something to play on a good team in a good system. And I look at a player like Chris Middleton. I think KD and anybody other than Chris Middleton coming to us in free agency is great. I don't think Chris Middleton is a great player. I think he's playing next to Giannis, which makes him look great at a lot of times.
I agree.
Kevin Knox is not playing with anybody of any consistent caliber. So if you put Kevin Knox right now in Golden State Warriors team, he averaged 17 points a game, probably shoot 40% from three and a good high 46, 47% from the field. So I think we need to give him that opportunity to play with a KD-type player and then see what he is.
JL's jump in
and
here.
I take that same type of thing with somebody like Frank Ntilikina too. Even though I can give up on Frank Ntilikina easy. And
Yo, JL's, he just said I would stay patient with Frank even though I would get rid of him real quick.
I'm a Frank supporter, man. I'm staying patient. I'm staying more patient with Mario right now because I think Mario plays good. You take a point guard like Moutier out the equation, and we get a point guard that wants to distribute the ball. A lot of players are a lot better. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I don't want no trade involving Mitch. If we get the number one pick in the draft, I can't see us going for AD. Not unless it's like Mitch and even Mitch and Zion straight up. I don't want AD because Mitch and Zion is worth $9 million for their production. I wouldn't want to do that. And AD come in for $30 million.
Yeah.
The only way I can see an AD trade right now is his third pick or worse. So just give me your opinion on that, man. Yeah. I really appreciate you guys. I'm always at work. I never get a chance to catch y'all live.
Okay.
So I'm glad I caught the show live.
Well, you know we on this show is also in podcast format. So if you're not on it on Spotify, we on Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher. If you got Amazon Alexa, so you can listen to it in audio format if you don't have access to your YouTube at work.
Oh yeah, my job. I can't listen to nothing while I'm at work.
Oh, okay.
But I catch it every night when I get home. Y'all brothers help me get through the games that I missed. You know what I'm saying? When I come home and the game is over, I get to watch. I watch y'all before I even watch the highlights. I go to y'all and hear what y'all saying about the game.
Appreciate it, man.
I appreciate y'all.
Appreciate it, man. Hold it down in ATL, Mustafa. Thanks a lot, man. JL's, what were your takes on his Knox comments, man?
Yeah, it's early on Knox, like everybody's saying. Like, he's still 19. We don't know what he's going to be, and you can really say that about anybody under
a lot of rookies.
Yeah,
a lot of rookies.
Anybody really under 24.
Yeah, factuals.
Like 24 and a half and under. It's like you really don't know what they're going to be. Even Moutier, sometimes I feel like I go back and forth like, am I being too hard on him? You know, because he's not, that old yet too. But he has certain points. Like if Kevin Knox right now, especially the end of the season, Kevin Knox.
Yeah, he finished strong. If
there was a superstar next to Kevin Knox on the offensive end of the ball, the way he was attacking the closeouts and shooting the three this season, he would definitely benefit from having like an actual focus
point guard.
Yeah, as a point guard, like especially the way he was hitting that corner three.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, I agree with that.
So, yes, I agree with you. If KD was here next to Kevin Knox, I think Kevin Knox would look a lot better.
Yeah,
next season.
I agree. I also agree with his takes that he pointed to a guy like a Tatum, not comparing Tatum and Knox, but just saying like a guy like a Tatum, he benefited so much from being in an well-established system, well-established team in Boston, well-coached team in Boston with Brad Stevens. Tatum was able to go in there and really succeed and or fail, and it kind of slide under the radar because Kyrie was there, Horford was there, you had Terry Rozier doing his thing, Marcus Smart, Jaylen Brown was doing his thing. So Boston was kind of able to hide Tatum's flaws because he did dip a little bit mid-year, and in the playoffs he wasn't that great. You know what I'm saying? But on this team, when Kevin Knox is starting every game, and potential-wise, he's one of the best on the team from a potential standpoint, you want to see more out of him. And he had his peaks and valleys. Statistically, it was a nightmare though, JLs, and I'll bring that up in our postseason awards when we get to it. But statistically, it was a nightmare. I'm just glad he kind of tried to rebound as the season finished.
Yeah, I agree with you. His second take though, CP, the AD, the Mitch. You wouldn't do a Mitch and Zion for AD?
Jeez, man. Yep. Ah, man.
I go back and forth, CP, because every time I think of, man.
Not trading Mitch, man. I'm not trading Mitch, man.
Next season, KD, Kyrie, AD. That's not a finals, though.
It depends on what else you put in to get. You have to get rid of half the team just to still get AD, even with Zion at one.
Yeah,
it would have to be Zion, Knox, DSJ, Frank, and who knows? New Orleans would probably say, forget half those dudes, just give me Mitch. You have to make the salaries work.
Yeah, gotta make the salaries work for sure.
CP the artist says, I'm trading Mitch. John Talento says, no way I'm trading Mitch. Sammy So-So, nice name. He says, we need a bench. Knicks 1904 says, Mitch got 2 eyebrows. We good.
Got 2 eyebrows.
Mitch got 2 eyebrows.
Yo.
I'm not ready to trade Mitch, man. I feel like it's a mistake. I'm tired of trading our young prospects, JLs. We finally got something, a surprise, a pleasant surprise. I want to see this through. I want to build with Mitch. I don't want to trade Mitch, man.
It was funny. We had the same kind of talk before the trade deadline about KP for AD.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, and I think I was around the same lines. It's like KP for AD. That might be the only person I would probably trade KP for.
I'm not trying to trade Mitch, man. You guys are crazy. I get what CP the artist is saying. Scared money don't make money. Dubs Revo says. Dubs Revo says.
Meek Mill. Cue the dream chaser.
Listen, it's not a bad idea.
It's not bad.
But I just feel like, number one, Kyrie's an injury risk.
Yeah.
AD,
one injury away. You're right.
AD is
That's
an injury risk. And I even feel like at some point KD will be an injury risk sooner than later. He had that fifth metatarsal injury on his foot. He had a bone graft on that foot. He's 7 feet tall, running around like that, JL. It's just a risk, man. KD got a lot of mileage on him, man. He got a lot of mileage. As much as my fantasy basketball brain would love to have these guys here, I like the negative part of being a Knicks fan is just always here. Like, what's the worst that could happen? And I just feel like it could all be bad, man.
I understand the hesitation, man. I understand the hesitation, but I also understand that team could be unbeatable. Team could be unbeatable, man.
Somebody got to stop the Greek freak. Who's gonna stop him? Somebody got to stop Giannis, man, because Giannis is on a mission right now. I don't know if y'all ever seen him. You see what he did?
You gotta pick your poison between Kyrie, KD, and AD. You gotta pick one.
Natty Solo says player development is also a risk.
Huh?
I said Natty Solo says player development is also a risk.
Yeah. There's also a risk you don't know what ceiling Mitch is going to be. Will Mitch?
You don't know. You don't.
Will Zion be ever be as AD?
You don't.
You don't know.
It's a gamble, man.
It's all a gamble.
But like I said, it goes back to what this front office was saying, right? Mm-hmm. Can they put that team together, trade all the young pieces that it's going to take to bring in AD, and say that they're not skipping steps? Isn't this just the same old same? We just getting to a point where the cap is in order. We just getting to a point where we getting a couple future assets in here. And to give up half of that to bring in AD after you go on this world tour talking about, this is going to be a process. We're going to do this right. We're going to do this the right way. I don't know, JLs. I'm not sure. It's a huge game.
You know what it is? Sustainability. You know why it's almost AD is young. I think that's what it really is. I think that's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
I think that's what it comes down to. Like, people might look at it differently because AD is only 25.
Yes.
So it's not like back in the day when we were trading for somebody who was 29, 30.
That's true. That's true too. He's still in his prime. Heavy in his prime.
He's in his prime. Like, he can be here for another 10 years.
Okay.
And your star is solidified. If technically, if you keep him happy.
Yes. Okay. You sold me a little bit.
Meanwhile, Zion looks great. He can very well be a star too. I'm not saying he won't be. I probably could be a star too. But there's question marks with those guys, is what I'm saying.
Stressful, man.
It's a short thing, man. This is why I don't envy being a GM, man.
Yeah, that is. You see Magic. You see Magic dip quick. He said,
he was like, I ain't having it.
I ain't here tomorrow.
No. Broke up with this girl over text message.
Quickly, he said, I'll be at the Starbucks if you need me.
Exactly.
Planning my next investments. And I'll come to the game. I'll sit at the game.
I'm in your Starbucks tweeting.
Let's talk to Ari about this AD stuff. Ari, what's good, bro?
Hey, what's going on, guys? How you doing?
Chilling, man. How you feeling, bro?
Yeah, so, I mean, I listened to the show where you had the two other guys on where you guys were talking about, like, the money's not going to add up. Like, even if you get the number one pick, you're going to have to trade, like, the whole team to get AD.
Yeah.
So, that was very informative. Mm-hmm. Honestly, JS makes a good point about, he's young and that, even let's say we do get Durant, when Durant will be retired and we'll still have him in his ready to be into his prime. But I still, honestly, I would not trade the number one pick and Mitchell Robinson for AD because, assuming I wouldn't trade for them for AD either way. Now, the first reason, but I definitely wouldn't trade them for AD if they got Durant and Kyrie because, if you're going to pay Anthony Davis, like, that kind of money and you're going to give him a huge max spot like that, then you have to the only way to justify that, I think, is to have him have a high usage. and with Durant and Kyrie with the ball in their hands,
that's
he's going to
another
turn
thing.
into like a
Jails.
glorified.
Could be the Chris Bosh.
Yeah,
He could be the Chris. Somebody's got to be the Chris Bosh
Exa-
on the basketball court.
Exactly. Exactly. Because Kyrie going to be dribbling, KD is going to be, shooting, and like it's going to leave him playing the Kevin Love role. And do you want to be paying, super max money to a guy who's going to be playing this like the third wheel role? Even though he's probably, even though he's better than Kyrie, he's not going to have the ball as much as Kyrie, right? So I just don't think it makes sense. And I think.
What'd you say, JLs?
It depends if he gives me a chip or not.
Depends.
Yeah, and I think
if he's playing the Kevin Love role and gives me a chip, hey,
great job.
Here's the money.
Great job.
and guess what?
Fantastic, buddy.
KD, you stubbed your toe for 2 games.
Fantastic,
Chris
buddy.
Bosh, you're the man now. Do what you do.
It's true. I mean, and I'll let you finish, sorry, but it's kind of similar to that Golden State point, even with Boogie. Like, Boogie wasn't going to make them that much better of a team. And I think,
different, though.
Yeah, but I also, it is different, JLs, but it's not in that, some of these guys on Golden State, Klay Thompson, even Steph, they don't need the ball to be effective. You know what I'm saying? Those are high profile. You have 2 of the best shooters in the game. Where you could have
the most extreme.
how you figure? Look at Golden State.
Because Golden State was a 79-win team before Boogie came there.
Listen, all right, yeah, that's a good point.
like in all reality, like freaking KD could technically be the AD in that situation because they already had freaking Curry and Clay.
We'll see. I feel like they needed KD to stay at a championship caliber. I felt like they needed him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like they needed him. That that record breaking team was a great team, one of the best in NBA history. But I also thought that they were assembled well from starters to bench. Their bench could have had guys starting good minutes.
I would love if we actually did like Miami, yo. Like if they came together, it was like we're just gonna take a little bit less.
Pay cuts, man. Take the pay cuts.
Because that's really how things really become sustainable when somebody's like, I'm gonna shave off a few million. Because then you're just gonna have, you're gonna have Luke Cornett and stuff like that.
That's the gamble, and maybe that is why you go for the AD. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man.
I wouldn't do AD.
Yeah.
I just wouldn't. I don't think. I just don't think it. I don't think. I think first of all, with the number 1 pick, if we get Zion, I think Zion would be perfect next to Kevin Durant and Kyrie because he does not need the ball to make a huge impact on the game. Him just him just in transition on defense, switching, catching alley-oops from Kyrie. Like he would be perfect he would be perfect in that role right off the jump. The question with Zion is whether he could be the franchise cornerstone player for a championship winning team down the line. That's yet to be determined. But he's perfect for like the third option on a championship winning team the day he comes into the league, I think. To be completely honest. And I think that
Jails.
You know what it is with Zion with me? And I'm still taking Zion number 1, to be clear. Zion, right now, power forward, 6'6" power forward, right? So I have a few questions how that's going to translate on the defensive end. Like I feel like he's going to be a great help defender, 1-on-1 defender. I'm curious to see how that plays out. And I feel like Zion, he's going to have his window where he's going to be amazing because of his athleticism. You can't teach height. AD is going to be 7 foot forever. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact, man.
Which is why I'm like, I go, I don't know. But that's all I have to say.
Yeah. All right, and appreciate the call, Ari. We got a couple more calls in the queue. I don't want to keep people waiting too long. Will's up next. Wants to talk about KD and Kyrie slowing Zion's development. The counter argument to Jay Ellis.
Oh,
Yep.
It's a good segue, right, Jay Ellis? It's a good segue.
How y'all doing?
Will, what's up, bro?
I'm doing good. How y'all doing?
Good, man.
doing all right.
All right, man. Listen, man. Number one, it's great to hear you guys' voices. The drought's been real. The season's over, but in a way, like in any other abusive relationship, I still want more Knicks. So I appreciate the content
I was
out.
sensing a need to have this show, man. We were originally just gonna record the postseason awards, but I was like, let's go live, man. I feel like people want to talk. So I feel like going live.
I'm getting mentally ready for May 14th. So
there we go.
I'm getting ready for that day.
Yeah.
But absolutely. But listen, man, I look at, and I mean, I don't want to put so much. Listen, I'm at 95% that KD's coming, and then damn near, 75 for Kyrie. But, I really, whenever this happens, like it or not, we got to compare it to LeBron James and all the young talent that they got over there in LA. I think 2 years ago, I was really looking at Ingram, but damn, man, he would have looked good in the Knicks jersey and stuff like that. But then when you put superstars around these young dudes, sometimes, it stunts their growth, or we're not seeing their best because, it's like, why are you doing that? Get the ball to LeBron, or I guess in this case, get the ball to Kyrie or KD.
Mm-hmm.
And what if we get a John Morant? We get a point guard like that, that has to play behind Kyrie or something like that. So, ultimately, it's like, does the player development stop once Fizdale gets talent like KD and Kyrie, or are we still going to try to make sure that Mitch gets his little outside shot, then eventually get to the three? How many seasons does that take? Because I looked at this season, whatever Fizdale did or whatever, right? We can say that DeAndre Jordan's did numbers for his confidence and his growth. I think he upped his production and development like half a season, just bringing in a guy like that. Mm-hmm. But do you think that KD and Kyrie are the type of guys that will mentor young dudes? Take them underneath their wing, or they too Hollywood for that? It's a valid question. So I just want to know how you feel about that.
Go ahead and take that, Jails.
Man, I have question marks about Kyrie. That's for damn sure. I don't know how much he's going to guide a young point guard into the next level. I'm not sure how that's going to go. KD, I don't know either. I really don't know. But I feel like Knox would be so enamored with working with him and there's a few kind of similarities in their body type and stuff. I feel like he can not help but learn something from him. So I guess to answer your question, I feel like KD might have a better chance of mentoring somebody like a Knox here more than a Kyrie of a DSJ or John Morant, in my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, to me, I don't know how much of mentoring they would do. Yeah. I mean, I think as veterans, of course, KD, both of those guys will be championship players. Of course, they're gonna want to get everybody on the same page for the sake of winning. You have to, in an 82-game season, you have to get everybody on the same page. On the court, I don't see how they would stymie anybody's production because you're automatically a rising tide lifts all boats. You bring those two superstar players, it's automatically gonna lift up the whole team. The pick and roll between Kyrie Irving and Mitch JLs would be one of the most unstoppable plays in the game. You would not be able to stop that. That would be automatic buckets. KD coming off the high screen and rolls. Oh, come on, man. That would be buckets. Especially the system that they run now. I think they'd be tailor-made for that system.
That's a fact. You know what it is? I think what he's saying is, how guys like Tatum, because you know what it is? There's a different kind of element over there in the Celtics land where there's other guys who want to be the guy here. I'm not sure if we really have that here. But guys like, you really won't know if guys like Zion, Knox will be able to take over a game if they are here like that, taking over the game. But that's okay.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. That's because the attention that you heard Kevin Durant last night when he was breaking down, trying to adjust with Beverly guarding him and stuff like that, and talking about, I got one guy over here waiting me to for me to put the ball on the floor, another guy here waiting for me to put it up. He's talking about he's drawing double and triple teams anytime you'll make a move. That's gonna automatically free up a Knox for that corner three. It's gonna free up a Mitch on the weak side. Mitch and Kyrie in the pick and roll. I think that would make the team a lot better for sure.
It'll definitely make the team a lot better to me. I think so.
Yeah.
I don't think there's egos over here too, like there are on the Celtics. I don't think it's gonna be that same situation.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think it's a different situation with LeBron too, because he's a different type of player.
Yeah.
I think he's a different type of player. You know what I mean?
Different type of energy, man. He's
different type of energy.
He complains and points and
yeah. Absolutely, man. Let's go to appreciate the call, Will. Let's go to Jose in the Bronx. Well, first off, let's check in with the chat. Shout out to everybody in the chat once again. This is KnicksFanTV, my man Jay Ellis from the Nick of Time show. If this is your first time watching us, hit us with a hashtag new. Definitely appreciate everyone who's been supporting us all year. Definitely appreciate Mustafa calling in, letting us know we got him through the season, Jay Ellis.
Yeah, we did. We made it.
Yeah, man. Jack Isaacson, what's going on? Jack looks like a new watcher. Yeah, if you guys are new, just hit us with a hashtag new. We'll shout you guys out. This is the show where we talk about Knicks news, Knicks rumors, and we go live after every game. You hear from live callers after every game. Share their opinions on the team. We give you our opinions on the team. We've had some great guests over the course of this year. You heard Tommy Beer from Forbes magazine. If you guys didn't hear that interview, that was a great interview. We had Spencer Perlman from the Stepien. He's an NBA scout. We'll try to get Spencer back on after the lottery. JLs, we'll do our mock draft after the lottery. We got our guys from Knicks Film School on, part of the network. Jay Macri, JB. So it's only growing, man. It's only getting better, and we'll have some better guests as well as time goes by.
All right. Shout out to Cody, man. I see you in here.
Cody's in here. Was good. I thought he forgot about us after that Isaiah Hicks fiasco, Jails.
Yeah, man. I know he was hyped that Isaiah got in the game, but I don't know.
Wasn't meant to be, man. Looks the Isaiah Hicks era is probably over, Cody. Sorry, man.
Yeah.
Bravo Dynasty says Pat Ewing got us. I hope so. I hope he brings us some luck, man.
The 7-foot rabbit's foot, man.
Yeah. TM says we got to get Han Solo. We'll try. That's one of the targets.
Let's go, Han.
We'll try to get Han Solo in here. Ray Robinson, salute Ray Robinson in here. He's new. Z Cypher, shout out to Z.
I ain't.
Remington Persimar says not new. I don't really remember him in any chats, but shout out Remington anyway. Wavy, what's going on, Wavy? Shout out to Wavy and Jack as well, man.
What's going on, Chipper?
Yes, sir. All right, let's get to these couple more calls, and then let's hit these postseason awards real quick, JLs. Jose in the Bronx up next. Wants to talk off-season. Jose, how you feeling, bro?
How's it going, CP? How's it going, JLs?
Chilling, man. How you feeling, bro?
Man?
Good. I think what you were talking about before, I think both pills are good, the blue pill or the red pill. I think the blue pill is like, staying with the kids, going young. We get Zion, or we get, hopefully we get a top 3 pick, which we have a 40% chance of. Or if we get that 4 or 5, which we have a 60% chance of getting, I definitely want to stay in that top 3. But like that lineup still looks good. All those guys are going to be 1 year older. They're going to be working out in the summer, working on the game, summer league. So I don't mind going with the blue pill and going young. But also I don't mind the red pill and having Kyrie and Kevin Durant come. I think both options are great. Obviously, the red pill, most of the starters are going to be veterans. Like, we could probably woo like a Trevor Ariza, probably get DeAndre Jordan back, and then keep our young guys as reserves. Guys who were starters last year, make them reserves. I think that'll be an awesome team to have. You have both young and the veterans, or just have a completely young team and continue building it through the draft. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think that's not a bad idea. Jay Ellis mentioned it early in the show about the flexibility, man. One thing this year is that you have your flexibility. Even, what the issue was with Stat and Melo when they brought them together was, number one, they didn't fit. But number two, you traded half your team for Melo. You had no good assets in the pipeline, except for KP, which came much later after Stat. Obviously the injury history, but you just didn't have that flexibility. Everything was like fitting around a round peg in a square hole. You know what I'm saying, JLs? This time, at least you have your young guys. Your young guys went through a full NBA season. Those guys can then shift to more role players, and continue their development and let these bigger guys shine. So, you can still balance the team with old and new, but just adding some superstars to that mix, that'd be a nice combo, man.
Where I'm with it.
That'd be a nice combo for sure. What else you got, Jose? That's it?
And also you could add if we don't get anybody in free agency, right?
Mm-hmm.
You could also keep acquiring first round picks, helping other teams acquire free agents.
Right.
Getting expiring contracts and first round picks, just voting up on picks.
Mm-hmm. True.
Yeah.
It's true, man. All goes back to the flexibility, man, and appreciate the call. All goes back to that flexibility, JLs.
Yep, that's why it's nice to have.
Nice to have, man.
Options,
baby. Options. Let's go to Nate from Rochester. He wants to talk about DSJ's future. Nate, how you feeling, bro?
I'm good, guys. What up?
How's it going, man?
I'm chilling. Real quick. I know there's a lot of question marks with how we're going in the offseason. There's so many ways where we can go. But I feel like the biggest one really is DSJ, because no matter which way you kind of slice it, it's kind of all right, what do we do with him? Because if we go the free agent route with KD and Kyrie, we might have to trade him for cap space, or do we want him backing up Kyrie? You know what I mean? Because I think we can get the most assets with him there. Or if we want to build him with the young guys, I think it's where it is. I don't think he's a great future piece, and this is mainly because of his back. Because the back injuries at 21 kind of scare me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he has been injury prone early.
Yeah, and then also with his shooting, a slashing kind of point guard, that's not really the way the league is trending. So I just kind of want your opinions though, where do we really go with him? Because honestly, I think he's talented, but it's
yeah,
there's nothing I can really think of, honestly.
So it's a good question, Jay Ellis, because with DSJ, it's number one, he's been on the second team in as many years. If you get Kyrie here, if you get Kemba here, you try to trade DSJ, what would you really get for him? What do you think you could really get for him?
I don't know.
Didn't really seem like the trade market was that heavy for him.
I don't know, man.
I don't know.
That's the enigma of this season. There's a lot of different. You can literally go 300 different ways.
Yeah.
In the summer, you don't know, because there's a lot of question marks with Frank, with Moutier, with DSJ, and with the draft. One thing can offset something else. You know what I'm saying? We get Ja Morant. You get Ja Morant, then maybe you can see us trying to flip either one or the other, Ja or DSJ, for a shooter or an athletic power forward or something like that. If you get Kyrie, I don't know. You can still see. We know Fizz has a hard on for Moutier, so you can see him trying to still flip them and sign Moutier to a cheaper contract because he might get something cheaper. I don't know. Yeah. And you can go a million different ways, or maybe just keep DSJ as a backup and hope he gets a jump shot.
Right. It's a difficult question. Go ahead, Nate.
Yeah, and my thing is the thing is with DSJ, I think there's some trade value there, and that's why I think we could explore trading him.
What do you think? What do you think? What do you think you could get for him? Because I'm not too sure. What do you think you could get for him?
I think it's possible we can get a mid first rounder. You know what I mean? Or if we're going the free agent route, we can get a solid veteran. But with Frank and Moutier, they just kind of they're not that good.
Yeah.
They have no value. We're not gonna net anything with Frank really.
No,
So
I
like,
don't think you
if
get
anything, we'd have to like take on salary for him. And like, I love Frank, but like,
yeah,
like that's just what it is right now. So
I don't think you're getting anything for
So,
Frank,
you
to
like-
be honest, man.
like that's why I think like DSJ is like the more attractive trade option. But yeah, that's all I got. I was
Yeah.
just like curious about that.
Okay, good calls as usual, Nate. Appreciate it, man.
Mm-hmm. Cody says you think we can't go the Phoenix model of just slow rebuild. I mean, it'd be painful for the fans, but
It would be
the
painful,
right thing
man.
to do.
It would be tough. Listen, I mean, if we have to do it, we have to do it. You know, you heard Jose say he'd take either pill, the red or the blues. I would do that also. If we got to do what we got to do, just means more shows for us.
Yeah, and to be honest, I feel like I'm more confident in our staff than the Phoenix staff. The Phoenix staff is
Yeah,
like I don't think it'll be as bad as Phoenix if New York did it that way.
right.
This staff anyway, the one we have right now is a little more competent, I think.
Yeah. I mean, it's not that I wouldn't want to see DSJ here or even build with him as a backup plan. You know, I'm just saying if we were to expedite things and bring in, if they do really intend to sign Kyrie Irving, Kemba Walker, you got to figure out what you're going to do with him. You know what I mean? Do you still try to keep him here? Is he more of a two guard? I don't, you know.
He's not a two guard.
Yeah, well, with that shooting, no, but can he run an offense as well as you really want him, as efficiently as you want him to? I think some nights he showed he could. And other nights, not so much. So, you know, still a young guy trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
Still a young guy trying to figure it out, JLS.
Like he had a triple-double against us. So
yeah, he did, and then we got him. You know, we got him.
And then, I mean, and like I said before, for him to get high assist numbers, Knicks have to make shots. So like,
that's true.
So
that's true.
I keep harping on that when it comes to Ja Morant.
You got to make him look good.
You gotta make him look good.
Got to make him look good.
A lot of times,
That's true.
Broke down the defense, got us an open shot, and then he
clank,
and then he look at him. He only has 5 assists. Well, that's because the Knicks missed 8 open shots.
Good point. Good point. Good point. In all fairness, good point, man. So so let's get to our postseason awards, JL. We were 17-65, but you know what? There were still some awards to be had, including the new Tank Commander of the Year award. Shout out to the Shells for bestowing that award on the show. Vote now in the chat. We're gonna give you the chat results. In the top right hand corner, you're gonna see the lowercase I for everybody in the YouTube chat. Click on it and vote for your Tank Commander of the Year. Who was the Tank Commander of the Year? Jay Ellis, when we first did this in the preseason, man, we did this October 17th.
Yeah.
Boy, were we off on these things, man. We were off, man.
Yeah.
So let's start with
I have one right thing. I have one right.
Okay. Rookie of the year, we both, and I didn't have enough time to pull the look backs, but when I repurpose this show, I'll have the look backs. But rookie of the year, we both said Kevin Knox.
Mm-hmm.
Have you changed your mind? Obviously, I've changed my mind. My change is Mitch. My guy is Mitch. Yeah, easily.
Obviously Mitch.
Easily Mitch. But it's so funny that we didn't even give him a thought. We didn't give him or ISO a thought. We thought it was Knox. Would have been the rookie of the year on this team easily.
Summer League rookie of the year.
Facts.
That's what it was. He was killing Summer League.
Absolutely. So rookie of the year, we were all for definitely going Knox. Defensive player of the year, we both said it's definitely gonna be Frank. But we said it could be Mitch, a little bit of Mitch later on in the season. We did say that.
Okay, all right. So we weren't all
the way off.
We weren't all off.
We weren't terribly off, but
we weren't terribly off. And Frank was injured.
He said Frank was injured. I don't even think a healthy Frank would have gotten us there, man. But so we said
from the defensive stand. Yes.
Yeah, we said Frank for defensive player of the year. 6 man. You said ISO. I said Trigger Trey for the 6 man. Have you changed your mind on that?
Nope.
Yeah, me neither. Me. Well, no, I have. Obviously, Trey's not here.
Trigger Trey's not even here.
Trey's not even here. So, good job on that one. Picking ISO. I mean, I think ISO is definitely my 6 man of the year as well. I think he had an overall good year, ISO. You know,
Yeah, he did.
Had a couple nagging injuries that definitely didn't sit well with him. And I think when he came back from either the calf or the hamstring, I thought that hampered him a bit. You know, he was slow to kind of come back. You know, but I thought ISO was good for us, man.
Yeah, he did. He came back. I feel like he learned some new tricks. I felt like when he got back, first of all, he was driving left.
Yes.
And I feel like he was passing to the corner a little bit more. I feel like he was expanding this game, man. I liked what he was doing when he came back. And I like that the coach didn't keep him just trying to be a point guard. Let him be the scorer. Let him do his thing.
I agree, man. And ISO finished shooting 44% from the field, 40% from three, 39.4 to be exact, 80% free throw shooting.
Yo, that's when I always have that question mark on ISO because people keep saying that he's just going to be a bench player. And I don't know if that's completely true, man. Like, I don't know if you can shoot 40% from three, 44% from the field in your rookie year and not even think that he can be a possible all-star. Like, those numbers are pretty damn good.
Right. I agree with you there, man. I agree. I don't know. You know, time will tell. I think he's got to get his assist numbers up.
Yeah.
Definitely got to get his assist numbers up there. Yeah, he was a little bit of tunnel vision. How about the report from Berman that that ISO wasn't liked on the team? Did you buy into any of that? I didn't buy into any of that, man.
Liked on the team? I don't know, man.
I didn't buy into that, man.
I don't know how, like, I feel like there was some annoyances that happened, but that's the season.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That just seems to happen every season. I don't know. I'm not there, but I don't think it got into, I don't know if it got to like a certain level where, like, it was like, I don't think it was, it got there. I don't imagine it got there. Maybe a spat because you didn't pass me the ball.
Right. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it was more, frustrations maybe with him at some time, but I couldn't see. First off, the whole report that, he was the last player picked in the scrimmage. I mean, who the hell are you picking over him? You know what I'm saying? He was one of the best players on the team. What do you want to tell me? Like, nah, I don't believe that.
He as a rookie, yeah, he was definitely one of the shining stars.
I don't believe that. And you want to tell me that an anonymous NBA executive is going to be sitting at a Knicks practice watching the scrimmages and saying, yeah, ISO got picked last because the vets don't like him? So that's either a mole within the organization or complete fabrication from Berman. I don't believe it. I don't believe it because it wouldn't be who on another team would be sitting in the Knicks practice saying this is what's going on.
Let's ask Berman. What's the source?
Yeah, what's the source? Let's get Berman on here. Let's get Berman on here. Ask him what's the source. But yeah, that was the report. Another says players would choose which side to pick up games before or after practice. He was often the one that was last chosen. The Knicks players wanted to play with guys who passed to the open man. Give me a break. And I think I'm pulling up your Instagram post. I even put that was BS, and ISO liked the comment.
Yeah.
So clearly he agrees. Shout out to ISO.
Yeah, he actually liked my comment that said he was gonna be fine. He's showing some promise towards him.
Yeah,
he actually liked that one too.
Yeah, I mean, listen, these kids aren't gonna be perfect, man.
Yeah, man, you can't expect that. And I was even saying in the post, like, a lot of guys who were scorers. In general, finding your spots, figuring out when you're going to pass, when you're going to shoot is one of the things that takes time in the NBA, especially if a guy can get off your own shot when you want to.
Right.
Like, as much as a chucker as he is, and I actually even said this I had like a show last year talking about the March Madness. We had a March Madness show last year, and we looked at his percentages, and it was like it was saying the same thing, that he doesn't pass enough. And I looked at his percentages. I was like, yo, these percentages are kind of high for someone who doesn't pass enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, so It's tweaks, man. All he has to do is make some tweaks to his game. He's close. He's there. He'll be all right.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about ISO at all.
I think he'll be fine, man. I think you got to like his killer instinct that he came in with. Came in with that undrafted chip on his shoulder. And he tried to kill as soon as possible. He tried to kill, bashed on the Hawks. Shattered dreams, man.
It's just only thing I'm worried about right now is injury. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah, injury. But I think overall, next year, I think if he works on his passing, if he works on his defense, I think he'll be fine.
Yeah, I think so too, man. I think so too. And based off what I saw when he came back last year, towards the end of the season, when he was passing more, he was going left, he was shooting threes quicker. Like, it seems like he was taking the notes and applying them. So that's why I say I'm not really worried about it.
Yeah. Seems like he was listening to the show. So,
that too.
Yeah.
It could be Fizz or post game live or a combination.
Absolutely, man. So that was ISO. So you hit it on the head. ISO was a 6-man, definitely. And I said Trey Burke. I was wrong. Who you guys think in the chat was a 6-man? I mean, the Fizdale was rotating the lineup so much. It's hard to even pick a guy, but I think ISO for the most part was the most consistent off the bench.
The artist says you're welcome, JLS.
Yeah, see, CP, he's not an ISO fan. He's not a Dotson fan. If that's one thing about him, he sticks to it. He sticks to it.
Dotson and ISO are nice. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So, who else? Okay, most improved. You said Frank was going to be your most improved in the preseason predictions.
Yeah, I took that out. Man.
I said it was going to be Dot. Who is your most improved player, Jay Ellis? Who's your most improved player in the chat? Leave a comment. Go ahead.
I think I said Dot.
You said Dot in the preseason.
Oh, I said Dot in the preseason.
No, I'm sorry. You said Frank in the preseason. You said Frank in the preseason. Yeah.
Right. I said Frank in the preseason.
So who's your guy?
It's going to be Dot. I was going back and forth between Dot and Vonleh, actually.
Okay.
But I only really chose Dot because he was more healthy for the whole year.
Mm-hmm.
So I had more to look after. And honestly, I kind of felt like I almost didn't give it to him because my mind expected it from him. You know what I mean?
Expected excellence.
I expected it. I expected him to get more minutes and then show out. I just do. I don't know why I did, but I just do. But I didn't expect that from Vonleh, so I almost gave it to Vonleh, but he wasn't healthy enough, so I gave it to Dot.
Okay. I'm gonna disagree with you here, man.
Okay.
And some people in the chat might leave. They might bail on the show, man.
I know where you're going. I know where you're going.
Listen.
I know where you're going.
Listen, we gotta be fair. We gotta be fair here.
I know where you're going. I know.
We gotta be fair.
I know.
The most improved player on the team, for better or worse, was Emmanuel Mudiay. That's just it, Emmanuel Mudiay. Statistically, his best year of the season, his best season of his career. Next to his rookie season. I mean, listen, you got to give credit where credit is due, people. He finished with a good year, man. Finished 14 points a game. 3 dimes, 3 assists, 4 assists, damn near. Shooting 45% from the field. Listen, some nights he was the hero. Some nights he was the GOAT. I thought Keith Sinclair says I'm out. GC says that's just how awful our team was. Hey, it was Mudiay. Mudiay was the most improved player on the team. Somebody sent me a super chat, said, don't say Mario. They sent the super chat. That was Robert Parrish. He said, don't say Mario. Hey, it was Mudiay. But he was the most improved out of a bad season, man. Can't argue against it, Jails.
He did, let's see. His points did improve.
Everything. I think across the board. If I pull up his stats,
his shooting percentage was pretty bad last season, so it had to improve.
Yeah.
Shooting percentage improved. Yeah.
I think these were all career highs.
And I actually think he was on a list.
Mm-hmm.
He was on like an honorable mention list for most improved player. I forgot which list that was. Something I read like a couple of weeks ago.
Okay.
He was on the honorable mention list. I think him and Von Lay were on the honorable mention list as most improved player.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, listen, man. If you gotta be fair, you gotta be fair. I thought Dotson could have gotten the award. I thought Dotson could have gotten the award, but I thought Moutier, the improvement statistically, yes, he wasn't the best player on the team, but I thought he was the most improved. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, let's see what people in the chat say if they're still with us. Shout out everybody in the chat, man. Give us a thumbs up if you thought Moutier was the most improved. Let's see some chat sentiments on Moutier. Let's see if they're being nice to him today, JLs.
No way. The Tank Commander question, I've been scratching my head on this.
I got one for you guys on the Tank Commander.
I've been scratching my head all day on this one.
The shooter says Mood is empty stats king. Natty says most improved is Mitch from beginning to end. Beginning of the season to end of the season. Most trips on the court award. Moutier hands down from Knicks 1904.
Yo, I think I have more people coming into my chat ever since you announced that Moutier.
They exiled.
Are y'all switching chats?
There was a mass exodus on the Moutier comment. Man. I mean, listen, I just got to be honest, man. I just got to be honest. Somebody said Cornette. All right, so Luke runner up. He didn't really get that much minutes last year, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He crossed my mind, too, but yeah, you're right. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
I can't disagree with it.
Yeah, right. So we did most improved, we did defensive player, we did rookie of the year, we did 6-man. MVP was interesting. Interesting, Jay Ellis.
I got Mitch on it.
Because your pick was Trey Burke.
Oh yeah. My pick was Trey Burke.
And my pick, regretfully so, was Enes Kanter.
Yeah.
So, boy, were we wrong on both. But listen, if Kanter would have stayed, Kanter would have definitely gotten it. I think if he would have stayed, he would have gotten it. If he would have stayed and played the same amount.
I
think he would have gotten it.
Yeah.
I think he would have.
Trey took a step back this season.
Yeah. He did. So yeah, my MVP's Mitch. Mitch.
Definitely Mitch.
The numbers just speak for themselves. Outstanding year for Mitch. We had no idea where this was going to come from, J. Ellis.
Mm-hmm.
Outstanding. 161 total blocks, which was the Knicks rookie record. Mm-hmm. Finished averaging 2.5 blocks, which is second in the NBA, I believe, to Miles Turner. 29 consecutive games with 2+ blocks.
Yeah.
Longest streak by a rookie in NBA history. 38 consecutive games with 1 block, which is another Knicks rookie record. It's Mitch. Mitch was the reason that we could even tolerate watching this team in the second half of the season, man.
Pretty much, man. He was the reason I tuned in.
Absolutely. So Mitch was definitely that dude, man. Mitch was the MVP, hands down.
Yep. Definitely, from the defense to the improved rebounding numbers to his leadership to the way he just competed on night-to-night basis, regardless if we were winning or losing. Mitch just showed that he is the man. He's going to be the man, and I can't wait to see how he develops, man. That's a real one. We got that pick right.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. Number 36 in the draft. It's definitely Mitch, man. Mitch was the MVP. What do you guys think in the chat? Gabriel Garcia says this chat is the MVP. This chat is the MVP. Shout out to Gabriel. Yeah, MVP all across the board on the chat. Everybody says Mitch. Everybody says Mitch. That one was easy. All right, so let's go to the Tank Commander. Let's go to the Tank Commander, Jay Ellis.
Oh, man.
Let's see. Let me go jump out here and see if I could pull it up. Hang on 1 second. Bear with me, people.
This one is hard, yo. I still don't know who I'm picking. Nah. No. I think I know who I'm picking.
Hang on. All right, let's see if I can pick it up. Can I pick it up, or do I have to be? Hang on. Let's see. What do you guys think in the chat, man? Who is your Tank Commander of the season? Who's it gonna be? Vote in the chat in the top right-hand side of the screen. I'll tell you right now, Jay Ellis. The chat has voted. My chat has voted for Emmanuel Mudiay.
Really?
Mudiay has been voted.
That's funny. I think that's a mutiny.
Yeah. I think they were just tired of my most improved comment. So they bailed on
I think that was a blowback.
They bailed on him. So the chat voted for Mudiay as the Tank Commander. Jay Ellis, what do you say, man? Who's your pick? Are you able to check yours? All you got to do, you got to jump out to like you're a regular viewer of your video. Like if you're in your
I have to go to like a regular YouTube.
Where are you in right now? Are you in your YouTube dashboard?
Yeah, I'm in my dashboard.
So look on the bottom right and go to view on watch page on the bottom right. If you view it on your watch page and then you go to your poll and vote like a regular person, then you'll see the results. So my chat says it's Mudiay. L. Marshall says Mudiay first. Lance. I see a lot of Lance. L. Marshall says Timmy second.
I don't think Lance had a bad season.
I don't think he had a bad season. I just think, it's Lance. So
yeah, this is Lance.
Yeah. People just say it's Lance.
Like he actually hit some threes and actually did a high.
Yeah. I see a lot of Tim Hardaway Jr.'s in here. The Tank Commander. Timmy wasn't here for the full year, though.
You know what? That's actually the correct answer.
You think so? I didn't even put
actually the correct answer.
You think Timmy was the Tank Commander?
No, I would pick Timmy after everybody on his list because I think I was most frustrated with Timmy more than anybody else on the team, but he's not here anymore.
Yeah.
So I'm left to pick between Frank, who's only been here for 42 games, Lance, who I felt like wasn't that bad, Mario, who wasn't playing that much, but then had these crazy good moments, Mudiay, who, had some good times and bad times, and then Kevin Knox, who was Rookie of the Month.
Yo, you know what, though? This might surprise you, Jay Ellis.
Mm-hmm.
My Tank Commander's Kevin Knox, man. My tank commander's Kevin Knox, man. I think the stats show, the numbers don't lie, Yes, he's a rookie. I'll put that caveat out there. He's a rookie. I expect him to be better in the future. But statistically speaking, his defensive plus minus, real plus minus, ranked him the third worst defender in the whole league. Offensive real plus minus ranked him in the basement of the league as well. His passing numbers also ranked him among one of the worst amongst rookies. And like I said, his defensive numbers were abysmal. Kevin Knox is my Tank Commander, man. Kevin Knox is my Tank Commander, unfortunately. He's only 19, as they say, but just calling a spade a spade. The Knicks were 6 points better with him off the floor. And I'm not in all these advanced, metrics and all that, but, if you look at him in aggregate, he didn't, statistically, it wasn't good. He was one of the highest usage players with the worst shooting percentage, true shooting percentage. And that's not good. That's not a good formula. That's not a good formula.
I get so.
Yeah.
Like oh man, I want to say Mario, but then Mario blocked LeBron.
You giving Mario cool points, bro?
Yo, he blocked LeBron. Like he blocked LeBron. Dead ass. If that last month of basketball saved me from putting Mario on there, yo, because he blocked LeBron and had a triple double. So then,
and the Giannis dunk.
And the Giannis dunk. So
yeah.
I'm just like, can I put him on? Can I?
Ari says Tim Hardaway Jr. set the tone for the Tank Commander. You know Ari. You know Ari was.
I would have put Tim on this list so bad.
Ari, he takes his Tim Hardaway Jr. shots as soon as the best way he can, man. Any chance he gets.
I vote for Tim, yo. I feel like.
Listen, if Tim was here all year, I could easily see it, but I got to give it to Knox, man. He was here all year. He played it damn near every game. And, he was Rookie of the Month in December. Had a good December. Had a fairly good March. Had a good April. But the numbers just weren't there, JLs. I think Knox was the Tank Commander, man. Knox was the Tank Commander, man. In my opinion. That's all I'm saying. What do you guys think in the chat? Yeah, I'm not saying he's not going to get better. I'm just talking about just on the surface for this season. Statistically, Knox was the Tank Commander, man. Knox was the Tank Commander, in my opinion. Just my opinion.
Moutier won us the Bucks game.
And Moutier won us a couple games, man. Moutier won us a couple games. He went toe-to-toe with that Zach LaVine game, Battle of the Tanks. Remember that one? It's like a Game of Thrones episode.
Yeah.
Battle of the Tanks. You know what I mean?
I vote Tim Hardaway Jr.
Okay. That's what's up, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat once again. Hit that thumbs up button for your boys if you enjoyed the show. If you're a diehard Knicks fan, man, hit that thumbs up button. We got over 130-something people on my side. I know JL's got quite a few. Hit that thumbs up button. We need your support. This is how you support the show. I'll give you guys a little secret. The more you engage, the more you chat, the more you share these videos, and the more you like these videos and subscribe, the more these videos get promoted on YouTube. The more Knicks fans see this on YouTube, and the more Knicks fans come in here, the more Knicks fans call us up. So it's all a cycle. That's why you guys drive this show. You guys make this show what it is. And without that support, we can't, get as many people as we would like to in here and will really make the show better and better each time. So that's why we rely on you guys to help us spread the word and let it be known that this is where the fans need to be.
Word. And my chat don't like Mario.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Mario.
No Mario fans on the Nick of Time show side. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's up, man.
Your chat don't like Moutier. They revolting because of your Moutier plea.
Yeah, they did. they bailed fast on the Moutier deal, man.
That was a revolt.
They bailed fast. Manolo says compounding. That's what the word is, The word is definitely compounding. So
how come Moutier couldn't throw a lob to Mitch to save his life?
That's a good question, man. That's a good question.
He can throw one to DeAndre though.
Yeah.
Never to Moutier.
He can't get Mitch active. He cannot get Mitch active. Hopefully we won't have to worry about that next year.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers
crossed. Yeah, man. Just before we wrap up, real quick, anybody in the NYC area, next Thursday, a week from today, Money Mitch, the MVP of our season, will be at the NBA store. The first rookie of the class, J. Ellis, to have a public appearance at the NBA store. Put some respect on his name. Round of applause for Money Mitch, Block Nest Monster. Mitch, please. He'll be there 4:30 to 5:30. Fans who purchase $30 or more in merchandise will receive an autograph pass. So I guess you buy stuff at the store, you'll be able to get an autograph from Mitch. You buy $30 worth of stuff. I've been told we should have an opportunity to get Mitch on an interview. So for you guys in the chat, join the Twitter group with your questions. We'll try to get, I don't know how much time we're going to be able to get with them. I'll try to get 1 or 2 questions from the chat. So if you guys want to participate, I want to get at least 1 or 2 questions from the chat you guys out when we do the interview with Mitch. So just throw some questions in the Twitter group. If you're not in the Twitter group, you need to share this video on Twitter with the hashtag PostGameNYK. We'll add you to the Twitter group, and you guys can get your Mitch questions in there. So we'll see. Fingers crossed, but we likely will get an interview with Mitchell Robinson from the NBA store during the meet and greet. So I'll keep you posted on that. So if you guys are there, look out for me there. Jay Ellis, KnicksFanTV Dave will be in the building as well, man. Definitely. So Jay Ellis, with that being said, let me kick it over to you, man. Unless you have anything else, let's wrap it up.
All right. Yeah. So like and subscribe. Please like and subscribe. Didn't have a show this week. Unfortunate circumstances. Matt really excited to have a show. Baruch, I think we are recording on Easter Sunday because we only record Sundays. So hopefully we'll have a show on Tuesday. So definitely look out for that. Also look out for my own video I'm putting out. Definitely look out for that as well. And you know what? Follow me on social media. I am on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. All links are in the description. And yeah, that's it. Back to you, CP.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you, Jay Ellis, bro. And good show as usual, man. Good show as usual, man. And shout out to everybody that joined us. Little impromptu live stream. We felt like, the streets were talking. The streets wanted to talk Knicks basketball, Knicks offseason. So I just want to jump on here and catch up with you guys. Shout out to everybody that came in and joined us. Once again, Mitchell Robinson at the NBA store. Next Thursday, 4:30 to 5:30. Buy $30 worth of merchandise and you'll get a autograph from Mitch. In terms of this show, once again, join the Twitter group. It's a real dope conversation, a little post-game conversation. Share this video on Twitter with hashtag PostGameNYK, and we'll add you to the Twitter chats. Definitely a good time to keep the conversation going. Get your Mitch Please t-shirts, the Mitch Please merch. Video description has all the links to the KnicksFanTV store. I got more designs in there as well. Hoodies, shirts, women's, men's, babies, whatever you need, just let me know. Catch up on this show in audio format. If you're at work and you can't watch YouTube, if you can listen, go to Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher. On the KnicksFanTV, you will find the audio format of this show, usually later on tonight or early in the next morning. You'll find that in there, man. So once again, appreciate everybody for joining us. JLs, we gotta do the player ratings. Player ratings would be the next show. Player report cards. Sometime, maybe schedule that maybe next week or something. All right. If you're around, we'll do that. A lottery show coming up May 14th. We're about 4 weeks away from the lottery show. Make sure you guys tune in. We'll be watching it live. We'll be talking through it, listening to your reactions to the lottery. And 2 tickets to the NBA draft. We're going to give away 2 tickets to the NBA draft that night, so you don't want to miss that show. Once again, appreciate everybody for joining. Above the Rim, Mike Morgan, BKB. Thanks for coming through. JL, so you got in your chat you want to shout out?
Oh, man. What's going on? Zeta Troop, I see you. Depleasy TV, man. I see you over here, Wilson. I see you, Bodega Wi-Fi.
Yep.
I see you, man. The Shells. What up? What's going on?
MPPM, appreciate it, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
Enzo 954, Will from LI, always in here. Love you, Will. All right, I see some new names in here too as well.
Okay.
Petty Accents, what's going on, man?
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
you gotta shout out Michael Parker for the chat too.
Yeah, Michael Parker, man, always in here. Michael Parker, #1 fan of the show, hands down. JL is always supporting us, holding us down every show. He says DeAndre knows KD's coming, so he's all in. We'll see, man. Time will tell, man. But appreciate Michael Parker for the support, man. So we'll check you guys next week. I'll schedule the next stream. And shout out to everybody that called, and shout out to all the new watchers, man. Subscribe to the channel. Peace.